Happy New Year and welcome back to another episode with our awesome 1953 model Iron Nose Peterbilt. A few months back, we rescued this thing out of a field that had been sitting for almost 40 years.
We drove out to a little town close to Abilene and went out there just to make sure the engine wasn't locked up. It's locked up solid. And it was locked up, and I said, still gotta have it. So we put it on a trailer, kind of sketchy, weren't fully prepared, but we got it back here and started doing some really fun work on it. We got the engine rebuilt thanks to the girls because I threw my back out throwing around some of the heavy parts that go on this Cummins engine. But they got it built, it cranked up and ran, and now all we have to do is put one of everything on it so we can drive it.
Like Aaron said, we've got a lot of work to do on this truck, but before we jump in, we're gonna thank the sponsor for this video, which is AG1.
So over the last couple of years, if you guys have watched the channel, you know that I have been kicking the bad habits and picking up good habits. We tried AG1 a few months ago and really enjoyed them. It's nice to have a beneficial habit that's easy to stick to.
When I arrive to the shop, the first thing we do is Aaron goes and makes our AG1 so that we can drink it and get a plan for the day. We find that it really supports our energy levels and we don't need or crave coffee quite as much, which is really nice. I also really like that AG1 is dairy and gluten-free, paleo, vegan, keto, with only 1 gram of naturally occurring sugar. We love that AG1 replaces the need for a multivitamin or a probiotic for less than $3 a day per person when you have the subscription.
It's just 1 drink, 1 minute, once a day.
For a limited time only, if you head to drinkag1.com/Flying Sparks Garage or scan the QR code, you'll get a free AG1 duffel bag and a free AG1 welcome kit with your first subscription order, only while supplies last. Thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Task number 1 on Grandpa Iron Nose Peterbilt here behind us is to get the manifold on and the turbo bolted up. Aaron's gonna give you the rundown on this turbo because it is not the same turbo that we took off.
Yeah, I could not find the exact turbo to go back on it, so I've ordered a T50, which is probably off a small cam or something like that. Looks very similar, the body's the same, so our oil pressure and our drain should be very similar, but we got to mock up some stuff for the intake tube. Also, the manifold was different, but I got an upgraded manifold. I think it's going to work, so we're going to throw that on. Fingers crossed. We're making whistling noises very soon.
Task number 1 is to get some anti-seize on our components because Aaron says that growing up in the big truck shop, this stuff would all be completely seized together.
Yeah, it seizes together just enough so that when you take the manifold off and it tweaks a little bit, you can't get it back. You gotta like heat it up to get it back. So this will prevent that. And we want to thank Permatex. They are the title sponsor of this build. We really appreciate those guys. And if you've been in the shop, you use anti-seize all the time, which Permatex makes. Thank you guys. Thanks for bringing our fine audience a show.
We cannot thank our partners enough for making all this possible. You guys love the content, they love being a part of it, and we love making it. So it's a perfect situation and we're so dang grateful. What do y'all say we get this party started? Oh, this is my first time climbing up on this thing since we installed the rocker boxes and the heads and all that good stuff. Man, that was an experience. Dang.
You got your gaskets.
Oh, you got them?
I'm gonna assist you.
Okay, awesome. I should be assisting you. You're the pro here.
No, you can just hook the bottom dowel on and then we can move these gaskets around.
That dowel slipped in over there? Oh, there it is.
We'll just get these up enough where the gasket's not slipping. And then we'll get that centerpiece. ready for bolts. Okay.
It feels good to be putting bolts back in this thing.
It's so easy to slip these gaskets and not get everything on.
You're welcome, sir.
It's old school there. This just saddles the manifold here. Sure my gaskets in there. Tubes.
Guess what it's time for? Turbo bolts. Yes! Pick up with your legs, Emily.
That's a real good idea when you're in a perfect situation.
Yeah.
I wish that bolt was longer.
Yeah.
Let me get it started and then we'll see. The gasket fell.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, cool. One bolt's in. Now I'm going to reassess my bolt length because I don't like that.
These are the bolts we had. These are the bolts he's trying. He says these feel almost like they're a little too long. And then these only had like 4 threads available to go into the manifold. So he's like,
I think those are going to work. I'll know better when I actually start tightening them. Let's try to get wedged in here somewhere. They don't appear to be bottoming out. I hear the gasket crunching. Those old mechanical Cummins. Sound like a VE pump. And we are in the process of setting our goals for the next year and getting back into these big trucks after taking a few years off. I realized that I'm pretty stiff. So I'm wondering if you guys have ever done yoga before. Emily and I used to have a pretty good yoga practice back in the day and made me way more limber. So 2026, my goal is to increase my strength and my mobility. You guys done that before? Because we really like it.
should I get a torque wrench set up for our manifold bolts?
Nope, I got them tight.
Nice. Mission 1 done.
Yeah. The center section's floating. We want to make sure that the pressure is straight up and down, the drain straight down. This, we'll leave that loose so we can maneuver it for once we get the pipes in. But I think it's time to hook up the pressure, this guy, and then rig up our drain. Yeah.
Good job.
Nice work. I think that will screw right into the turbo. And if we had a 45 down there, which we will have to get at the hydraulic shop. I don't think we have any more of those fittings. And that takes care of the drain. So that's simple. Then up here, we could probably just rob the fitting out of the old turbo. Got my pocket pliers.
Pocket pliers.
That was my Christmas gift to me.
Oh.
Nice. Hey, found us a fitting. So much of these older trucks, it's all pipe thread. Newer stuff is O-ring fitting.
Pigeon goose. What are you doing, Maverick? I let the boys out in the shop. What are y'all doing? You sitting on the towel, Goose? Huh? You sitting on the shop towel? The buddies, the buddies. You went in a lap.
Always.
Always. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is that?
Nice. I've gotten a little carried away with the length of my pressure tube.
I was getting ready to say that stainless hose is really, really excited.
Boing, boing. I didn't know where the turbo was going to be because I had to find this manifold. It could have been way back here, so yeah.
Okay.
It'll look good.
Yeah. Once the crossbars are back bolted to the radiator and the front grille, we can just route it somewhere.
I'm just glad it's not in the way of this. I was a little concerned about that. We've got to run to the store. Of course they have to go. We need a 45 for the drain on the turbo. Then we also need a fitting that adapts that big giant hose that we got. We're gonna get a battery for the Vette because it's stuck in our way and we'd like to drive it. We're gonna get plugs for the radiator because I would like to plug it and then put some air pressure on it to see if it's leaking. And then get some lunch. It's lunchtime. Yeah. Let's go.
These dogs are so happy in my hoodie. And Aaron is running in O'Reilly. He's gonna get a new battery for the Corvette. And me and these little toots are gonna stay in the truck all snuggly and warm. Look at them. Oh, baby dogs. We had to say goodbye to our 14-year-old shop dog, Finley. And that was a very hard few weeks without him. So we got puppies, Maverick and Goose. They are so sweet. Obviously they're not brothers because they're got different colorings. They're not from the same litter, but they're brothers now. We're so thankful to have them. They're bringing us a whole bunch of joy.
Buddies.
I'm still eating my lunch. The boys are still sleeping and being snuggly. And Aaron went to go toss the battery in the Corvette so that we can take it to the shop where we'll get fittings. Now, if this isn't the cutest thing you've seen at least today, or this week, maybe even so far this year. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I have to get back to work. Oh, jeez. Whoa, he's got the battery in, the hood's down and everything.
Oh, it's done. Now I'm just looking for a way to air the tire up. I've got a compressor here, but not an air chuck. And I can't find my Milwaukee battery air uppers. Although I do have one. I just don't have any batteries for it. Yeah. Things are scattered.
I just reminded him about the air chuck inside the Peterbilt, so yay. Awesome. The wheels on this car crack, and that causes them to have slow leaks. And it's crazy because we had one of these wheels repaired when we did power tour in this car a year ago.
Yep,
on the West Coast.
This one I bought brand new, put it on, cracked it on the way to California. Fought the air leak, got to New Mexico, had somebody weld it, and about 100 miles later, cracked in a different spot. So these are not so great.
No, the Z06 wheels are so pretty, but we need different wheels. There's a lot of things that need to change about this car, but it's honestly the greatest driving car ever. I wish it wasn't true because we have so many cars that we've modified the suspension on, and I would love to say that Roxy is my favorite driving car, but it's actually this stock mofo that drives so incredibly well. I don't know what it is. I resisted being a vet guy until I drove one, and then I was like, dang it, I'm a vet guy. Off to the hydraulic shop.
See if we can knock some parts off.
This is why our Corvette is always beat up, because we drive it like a truck.
I mean, splitters are cheap. We've only been through 4.
There's literally only trucks in this parking lot for a reason.
Yep.
That's okay. All right. We are fixed up. Thanks, bud. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Our buddy Evan just hooked us up with the fitting.
There it is. Somehow that's different than this. They don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But this is what the hoses are, so we're good to go now.
All fixed up.
Yep.
Time to go back to the shop.
They were laughing at us for pulling up in our Corvette and coming in all greasy with hose.
Exactly. Hey man, gets the job done.
Right. Go. What are you doing?
Hi, Goose. Hey, Mr. Goose. Hello. Hello, buddy. Hi.
This one smells sleepy.
I bet he was sleeping. Goosey. Yeah, they were sleeping, Aaron. You guys, how do we get anything done? I just want to snuggle with them.
K&E did an excellent job building these hoses for us. They're great guys.
So it looks like this is going to screw right in the bottom of the turbo, same pitch. And then this one will go to something I'm fixing up over there. And yeah, those dudes do a great job. So good that I'm looking for a used skid steer. If you have one that needs hydraulic work or something I can fix on it that's really cheap, hit me up because I'm buying one.
Because they can make us hoses, and that's a good excuse as to why we'd need a skid steer.
Well, that's not totally random. It's intimidating when you don't have a hydraulic shop that you trust when you get into tractors and stuff like that. But now that I found those guys, I'm not scared of any of that stuff. So, I mean, I got a dump truck. I need a skid steer.
Yeah.
I don't do anything but let my friends borrow it. That's a good enough reason to own one. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, it's the right size.
Yeah, it's just hard to get in here, I think.
Want to rotate your turbo around? I guess that wouldn't really help.
Yeah, it will help. It's this thing here that's kind of getting in the way. Okay, it's installed.
Dude.
Just need to get a down pipe, figure out how to rig it up to that thing that's probably stopped up. And of course, we'll tighten our band clamp on the turbo once we get everything the way we want it. I think we're done for the day. I'm gonna pull some measurements on that intake, take the laptop home, and design the actual intake pipe I want. And then come back tomorrow, print it off, and get this thing buttoned up.
I have sweater puppies. There's a second one in there, but oh, there he is.
Doesn't look like any sweater puppies I've ever seen, but I do like them.
I think both kinds are likable.
That's right.
If you guys saw the last episode, we got an awesome 3D printer and we are pumped about using it. So Aaron already designed one version of our intake and or a, do you call it like a intake tube or?
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I don't know.
It's intake tube thingy. I want to make this thicker so it can take a clamp better. And I've got a filament that's more designed for car parts. This is just printed out of plastic, so PLA. So I'm gonna pull some measurements and I'll design that tonight and we'll print it off in the morning.
We had a lot of you guys make comments about 3D printing parts. We even got a few emails talking about different filament styles. And when you add CF to the filament, it's carbon fiber. So we thought that is really, really cool. And actually, we already bought some.
I did some research when I bought my filament, and I bought some designed for intakes on cars and things like that. I didn't know what the difference was, but I went and verified my part number and it is what you guys are suggesting. So we'll print it out of that once we get the measurements perfect.
So cool. Okay, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Well, top of the morning to you. I've got Goose in my arms here because he was howling in the office like a dang coyote.
Last night as I was in my chair editing, Aaron had the other laptop in his lap working on the intake design in the Bamboo Lab app. And this morning we got to the office and fired up the HD2 and it is printing off our intake.
There's so much I don't know about designing this part. I'm kind of hoping, and I think what's happening is I'm putting in the filament type and it's running the numbers for me and figuring everything out. We'll see. I'm pretty excited to get that thing printed off and especially have it be thicker and strong so we can actually put a clamp on there with a pipe.
And we've got the CF filament too. So it's got the carbon fiber, so it's going to be that heavy duty, awesome final product, hopefully. He's just climbed atop that old Cummins and he did a little refresher on the internet to set the injectors. So that is what our mission is. So I'll take y'all over there and we can watch.
So I think I have it figured out. As we've talked about in the past, this Cummins was modified by Cummins proper a long time ago. So we don't really know what the settings are supposed to be. So I'm just pulling settings for a 220 Cummins, an NH220. What it looks like is I get my numbers on up here on the accessory drive. So I believe we've got it on C right now. So I just set number 5 injector. What we do is we back the lock nut off, and then we loosen this a little bit, run it down till it bumps, then back it off a little bit. And then I ordered me an inch-pound torque wrench. This is just for like fixing bicycles. It was just a cheapo. Best data I can find is we need to set these at 46 inch-pounds. There are numbers all the way from 29 inch-pounds up to 76 inch-pounds. Has to do with whether the rocker boxes are steel or if they're aluminum. So I just tried to find the best information. Looks to me like they need to be set at 46. So that's about in the mid-range. We won't have them over tightened. But yeah, it's really interesting. This nozzle goes down in the injector itself and you're literally bumping it down and tightening it to 46 inch-pounds. Seems crazy, but that's the way they want it done. So that's the way I'm gonna do it. So rotate. Go out, Goosey. Right there. Now if my head is right, that's an A.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So A, we're going to check 3 and 4, and that's these two middle ones. I can see pretty clearly that 3 is down and 4 is up. but it brought me a little measuring stick here. So that one is 6 1/4 to the top, 3 inches. So number 3 is firing. What I'll do is back this jam nut off. It's nice these jam nuts aren't frozen on here. A lot of times they'll lock on the adjuster, so everything will be moving when you're trying to loosen them or tighten them. Okay, so this should be pretty close to bottomed out. Okay, so we're going to back it off. These are a little torque wrench. Get it at 46 inch-pounds. Right there. Okay. So now we should be on B, which would be number 6. So I'm going to watch and see if that goes down while you roll it over to B.
That about it?
Yeah, but I didn't see 6 move. We are on B, correctly?
Yes, B, and you have 6-1.
So back it up a little bit more and let me see what happens to 1.
So back it up, go the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, switch my daily. A really kind gentleman sent us these manuals in the mail. It was a stack of them. And they're so cool. And Aaron was just sitting in the office looking at them.
Yeah, what I'm looking at is, this is showing an indicator. It looks like ours. This is a H or NH series valve set marks. We all know that it's 6-cylinder firing order. It's all the same. What I'm looking at is, it appears that both intake and exhaust valves will be closed for cylinder number 1 once we get it on that initial setting, the where's that? The VS16. See, the problem is all my numbers are worn off. So I'm trying to mark this thing based on the keyway and find little cuts in here. But it appears what I'm gonna have to do is have Emily rotate this, and I'll just watch and see when that injector goes down to fire. Verify that my valves are closed. And that's fine, we can do it that way. That's not the most ideal situation. I'd love to do it the way that Cummins intended. But if my injector bottoms out, and these things are designed to be set when it's bottomed out, I can set it that way. But I did find over here the injector plunger adjustment. So we got a J and C, we have a N, NH. This was based off of NH220. So we look here if oil temperature is 70 ambient, which just means it hasn't been ran. We set it 48, which is what my research told me. So torque in inch-pounds. So 48 inch-pounds is where we'll set it. Emily's gonna rotate. I'm gonna watch for that plunger to go down on the injector. Once it hits down, I'll verify that both my valves are open. Should know that by the rockers rocking. And when it is, I'll set that injector and then we'll move on. Okay, right there. What number are we close to right there?
We're between top dead center and C. We're way closer to 2 and 5 than we are 3 and 4.
Good job, Goose.
Now we're loose. Okay. Cool, so we'll set that one.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Okay, well, it's all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay, good call.
we think this is the last one.
Yep.
So that's exciting. We've been like Santa Claus over here, checking them twice. Making a list of the injectors that we've torqued. Checking it twice.
Messing it up and checking it thrice.
Oh dear. Yep. Aaron was just saying he remembers his dad taking hours and hours to do this growing up.
What happens with the Cummins is it's got a rocker shaft that goes through it. Those bushings get worn out and they're just kind of fidgety. You set them, roll it around, and they're off a little bit. And so sometimes you got to do it 2 or 3 times.
And we have done it 2 or 3 times. It's like 1:20 already in the afternoon, and it's tricky for us because we come here thinking we're gonna bang a bunch of work out, and then when stuff takes longer, we're like, we get a little grumpy. You wanna have more progress and be banging through it, but this stuff just takes time, and that's okay. That's all right, we're good.
There's also 2 liabilities in the office that we tend to be spending more time with them. We should probably at work.
Yes, that too.
Now, do we put the valve covers on and just fingers crossed they're set right?
What will the engine do if the injectors aren't set right?
It'll misfire or smoke too much.
Well, that doesn't sound
I know
detrimental.
none of them are too tight, so, and before I believe some of them were too tight.
Yeah, dude, I think it's freaking
We'll
valve
put
cover
valve
time.
covers on. Sounds good to me.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's gonna feel good.
It'll be almost like an engine then. I haven't quite figured out why it's got all that hair in it. Other than maybe it's just a different filament type. Or maybe my settings are wrong. I don't know.
Pretty little gaskets here, and our valve covers that we have painted already. Heck yes. You know what I'm in the mood for?
Yeah.
A hamburger.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can make us hamburgers tonight.
Yeah. Looks so pretty, Aaron.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear this thing fire up with like all of its parts on it.
Turbsky sounds?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Hopefully all my rigging I didn't end up putting a hot rod turbo on it. I don't think I did.
Didn't? You hope it's not a hot rod turbo?
Yeah, I hope it's not.
Because then it wouldn't build as much boost because we don't have the supporting mods?
No, I'm afraid it would build too much. The oil system on this, it's just got this tiny little oil cooler, and it doesn't have piston coolers. Typically a diesel has little nozzles that spray the bottom of the piston to keep them from melting. This one doesn't have it, so I really don't want this thing to have too much go juice.
Thank you.
We're waiting on more piping to come in for the charge tube from the turbo.
Start with the center out. Wish the kid was here for this.
Yeah.
She wasn't here for crank up either.
No, she's too busy.
Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and today Chloe, her cousin, came and picked her up to go spend New Year's with their family. So that's really fun. She's really excited about that. We came into the shop to have some coffee, and then look what happened.
there's babies sleeping on us.
Yep.
They're sleeping. And then Aaron's thing just pinged and said that the our build is ready in the 3D printer. How
Yep.
freaking awesome.
It's good from here. It's just on the other side of this wall, but I can't get up, so I'm looking at it from here. It's kind of stuck. There we go. So it's got a lot of these little hairs on it. It's super lightweight. So we'll clean all that up. I'm assuming that has to do with the carbon fiber that's in that filament. Looks pretty solid. See how we did. Sweet. I think I may have made this neck a little bit too tall. Oh well. I gotta clean the hair out, but check out how light it is.
Okay.
And it is crazy strong. Like, try to squeeze the tube.
What the? Try to squeeze the tube. Oh.
Like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
a clamp is not gonna squish that.
And you did a
Yeah,
thick
I made
base.
this an inch. I wanted to make sure it was plenty strong. And then this
This
is
is hilarious.
yeah.
Just take a file.
And this is a 1/4 inch thick.
Dude,
It
that
is
thing's stout.
solid. The only thing I couldn't figure out how to do is how to put a ridge here for the clamp.
Yeah.
I tried like 4 or 5 different times and kept deleting it. So I'll learn in the future. For now, we'll just put the tube on there and with a little hairspray.
And did you ask our 3D printer folks why?
Yeah, why does it got all this hair in it? Did I do something wrong? Did I have the temperature wrong on my nozzle?
Yeah. Have you tried to see if it just breaks off, or do you?
No, I haven't messed with it.
That's so freaking cool.
Yeah, let's go try it. Oh, it looks close.
They look good. I can see the hole down through it.
Nice.
Dang.
It's awesome. And my other hose went on, so that measurement was correct. So I'm waiting on some aluminum tubing to come in the middle that'll connect these two. I wish I could have made this a 90, but I didn't know how. So
Got more to learn.
yes,
How
Yep.
freaking cool though.
but the hood goes up here, so there's plenty of room. And these go way up
Yeah.
like that, so
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that'll be fine. Sweet.
Sick.
Get some bolts and some Permatex and put that down on there.
That's right. Okay, Aaron just took his pocket knife to this and got it all cleaned out.
Cool.
Dang it.
I figured I was gonna have to find the bushing. Cool, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pressure test this. So I put an expansion plug in this top radiator hose, and this is the bottom. So we'll have to put some silicone on that, re-bolt it on. And I got this, here, this plug. So we'll get that plugged up. And then once I get that fitting in there, I bought a tire pressure gauge. So I'll just cut that hose, stick it on there, and then I'll be able to see how many PSIs I'm putting to it. That'll be an easy way to check it. Let me see if I got a bushing. I don't see anything there.
Reporting live from my editing spot, where the boys are playing rough with each other. Yep, they're being wild. Wild dogs. Goosey. We have a giant cat as well. His name is Kit Kat. He just kind of laid down on Goose right here. Maverick's down here, but oh my god. This is insanity. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, I think we could have got away with just one patty, but
It's amazing. To say that he takes care of me would be an understatement.
Gotta feed this girl.
It's the next morning and I'm literally still thinking about that hamburger. Okay, we have the radiator pulled over, leaning against the bumper of the truck, and we are about to pressure test this thing. You're freaking making it happen, as usual.
Yeah. I got my light in the wrong place. It's behind me. This looks like a job for the pocket pliers.
This radiator actually looks really nice.
It does look really nice.
Like the fins aren't all jacked up, and
I mean, even if it pressure tests out, we don't know if it's clean. Like, we could have overheating issues, but I'm willing to take a risk on it because nobody sells it. You can't buy it. It's going to be a custom build, and I don't know where in the country I have to take it, but that's a big deal. So we've got to put the bottom radiator hose on, but let's see if it's. Yeah, I see the cobwebs blowing down there.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, dude, the corrosion in here, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we'll probably,
Look at it.
at a minimum, have to take this tank apart and clean it. We may do just a bench flush on it too. Like, we've got that stuff from Peak that's gonna like clean it out. So if I put a bilge pump in a tank of water and set this in it, and I could just pump water through it and just let it run for hours, surely it's gonna clean something out.
Is the heat factor, like when it's in a engine operating sort of scenario, the heat probably helps break up some of that,
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
and we wouldn't have that element if we did it just on the floor, but
Put a heater in front of it. Just literally heat the cores with a heater.
yeah.
Put the Mr. Buddy right up against it.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't get so hot that it burns the solder out of it.
It wouldn't.
No, I don't
It
think
wouldn't
so.
get any hotter than operating temp.
No. Definitely got some rot. That old aluminum just doesn't really lend itself to doing the job it's doing. I know they last for a while, but they all look like this. Just almost nothing there for a gasket to bite onto. That's gonna have to be siliconed, which is fine. A good Permatex on there, it'll work. If I had a mill, I'm gonna get a mill, but if I had one, I'd weld this up and then plane it back down. It's interesting how that stuff crystallizes, but it's kind of like jelly.
Oh, look up inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, those tubes look pretty good.
They look really good.
Yeah, this radiator may be fine. We're probably gonna have to take the tanks off eventually and reseal this. I can't imagine it not leaking around here, but we'll find out here in a minute. Okay, I'll get a little CRC on that, wipe it, and then we'll clean the other part and put it on. Check my bolts real quick. So we're going to run this Max Flex. I'm doing this because it's easy disassembly. We know this is all coming apart. This has got to be off even for the radiator to go in. So anything to make our job easier in the future, we're doing. And I'm putting plenty on here because I don't want this to leak down, because then it'll prohibit me from finding the other leaks. Wow, I got carried away there. That was a bit much. Still kind of live rubber-ish. Wait, all right. Let's see what happens. Probably gonna blow this one out and take out the most expensive thing on my Corvette, that headlight.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
So we're gonna try not to go over 20 PSI, because that's just asking a lot of the old radiator. Something down there.
Uh-huh. We kind of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still coming out of there?
It's down here.
Oh, it's my bolts may not be tight enough. Let me get some more washers and redo
Do you
that.
think it's down there?
I can hear it coming from down
Yeah.
there somewhere. Those bolts are probably just too long. I mean, I'm cool with it leaking down here.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the first place it started leaking was something I just messed with, not right in the middle.
Aaron just added a couple of washers in hopes that our bolts had bottomed out and not let it cinch down super tight. So maybe now it'll be squeezed tighter and keep that air in.
Yeah, it's coming out right here.
But that is literally the only place I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing up and around in here.
Yeah.
It's just hissing right down here.
I'll pull this off and see what's happening. See if I can find a gasket to take up some of that unevenness.
Oh, we have this paper gasket material we could try.
Stuff's so rotted. I'm gonna get gasket material and take up some of that unevenness.
I definitely see an area in the middle where it looks like it wasn't even touching the silicone. It looks like the silicone's still smooth in the center there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even squeezed up to it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we had just let it dry, walked away from it for a while,
Yeah.
it would have been fine, but that area is so damaged.
He is one smart cookie. He just laid his radiator pipe down on there and made a template. It's awesome.
That should take up the extra space.
Wow, I don't hear anything.
Heard something. You hear the fins moving? These tubes are expanding.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we've got almost 10 PSI on it. I do hear hissing. I believe it's coming from where this bolt hole's gone.
Oh, this just broke free.
It's this. We're gonna let the pressure off. Okay, I'm happy with that. And what I mean by happy is, I don't think this is perfect. That is good enough to run and probably not leak all our coolant out. We'll get new gaskets on the things we found up there that were leaking. This one, when it broke free down here, it's right here. It's on this top piece. So,
And that's where the hose goes on, so that's fine.
yeah, that's just not seating because it's all just junky. But the core of the radiator, there were no leaks. We got it up to 10 PSI. I could have went to 20, but I could hear those expanding and I just don't want to test it too much. So at a minimum, our radiator is good enough to run with a very low pressure cap on it. And I think it's going to be just fine. So we're not going to have to rush and have one built and all that stuff. This will run good enough for now.
Another question answered, anything marked off the list?
Yeah, that's good. The only leaks were ones I created and that little gasket on top, which it's missing a bolt. It's missing a bolt, so I expected that.
I'm missing a boat too.
I don't even know where my boat is.
I could tell him. It's right over there. Engineless. You guys, it is New Year's Eve today, and we're out here working. And we're probably gonna work New Year's Day tomorrow as well, if I know us. So yeah, anyway. What's next? Boss man.
Well, we don't have new exhaust for it, but I would like to hear the engine run with exhaust hooked up. Maybe get some old stuff off grime. I just need to scab something together that'll go back, because it's really hard to hear what the engine's doing when you've got wide open exhaust. So I can't hear if the valve train's perfect and all that stuff. So we'll get something scabbed in and then fire this thing up with the new intake on it. Maybe we'll come here at 11:50 and fire this thing up for the new year to represent driving it next year, 2020. I don't know, man. I'm definitely not about to use this to clean the silicone off my hands, so.
Nope, he would never do that, CRC. Never. Goose's one ear has decided to start to try to stand up, and it is cracking me up.
Goose, what's up with that one ear, buddy? Goose, that one ear, it's just really...
Maverick's like, if you Google a stock photo of a Yorkie puppy, it's Maverick. I love it so much.
Oh. Hi, dudes. Hi, my dudes.
We just opened a bunch of stainless piping. Aaron was like, I kind of thought I was getting aluminum, but it's really nice stainless piping.
I thought I ordered aluminum.
But check this out.
My measurements must have been right.
Oh my gosh. With our 3D printed freaking base.
Yep.
It looks so good, dude.
Yeah, so this will go on here, and then we'll cut an angle piece to come over to here. Yeah, we got some cutting and some fitting to do.
Cutting and fitting.
Okay, I think you can set your bars down on it. No, we need to strap these up.
Okay. How about I wedge them up like this?
That'll work. Those bolts are those? 3/8? Yeah, looks like it. Gonna see that adapter. I'll get the couple bolts put in. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to cut one of these pieces short.
Yeah.
Have another little in-between rubber guy.
Yep. And bolts may be a little bit long.
Dang. That was chaotic. That was pretty much me.
Yeah, these bolts are gonna be too long. I already see that's gonna wanna be taller unless I shorten this, which I could zip this off. Yeah, let me find some shorter bolts.
Whoa, that's an adapter.
Yeah, that's because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to find 3.5 inch tube. I was considering making this a 3 inch and then necking that down. But I'm glad to have the bigger pipe.
So we don't need that.
No.
That I just opened.
No. But we will someday on something.
Now the problem will be finding it when we need it. Right? Here's the one we need. That looks good.
That's better.
This is great, Aaron.
Yeah, good in there. It's pretty darn stout.
You feel like a dang old truck part?
Yeah.
Well, that stuff chops. That stuff cuts a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's like butter.
Here's the design inside it.
Oh, dang.
So it's not just filament, it has structure to it.
Right. Boy, Grandpa's gonna feel spiffy with all this frickin' stainless stuff. His new fandangled 3D printed parts. Shoot, dog. He's like, I'm coming out of retirement. I don't like how this clamp's rotated differently than this one.
Let me get this unsecure.
Ah, you jerk.
I got the wrong side.
I've got this little tiny piece on the end of this, and I just had this feeling of like it dropping in this hole and down into the abyss of this Cummins 220. That would just be really, really something. Kind of want to put something over that hole, if you know what I mean.
Which one? Yeah.
Got me a towel. Yeah, that's some comfort. I can't get this to work. Doesn't look like it wants to go any further.
This is not going. That's not gonna work. Screw these clamps. We'll get some more. They just made them a 1/4 inch too short. Which is frustrating because they came with the hoses.
Looks pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna look great when it's done.
Well, those hose clamps and all that piping is definitely not a final solution for this. The hose clamps were making us mad yesterday. We took the evening and we're back here this morning, and we really kind of feel like we want to hear this thing pop off. We want to wrap this episode soon because today is New Year's Day.
That's right. Welcome to 2026. We are getting our luck started early this year,
Exactly.
i.e. hard work.
Luck. Does luck really exist? I mean,
No, blessings do. Luck, no. Luck follows hard work.
there you go. So our plan this morning is to temporarily finish out that piping so that we can hit the proverbial key on this engine and hear it crank up with the manifold and the turbo, and hopefully those injectors popping off when they're supposed to.
That's right. And if they don't, it's okay. We'll pull them out, send them off, get them rebuilt. But it'd be nice to know when they're adjusted if they're going to stick or not. I kind of think they still will, but who knows? Let me show you what I bought for the intake to fix it correctly. So we're not real happy with the way this is laying out right now. We'd prefer that pipe to go straight across. These angles are a little bit too gradual, so it's just making it kind of funny. This is more narrow than I anticipated. So what I've done is I bought a silicone 90 that goes here. It's pretty long, so we can trim it however we want. It doesn't have these metal bands in it, so it's just a straight pipe. So it can slide on as far as it needs to, and we can cut it wherever we need to. But what I'm visualizing, and by the way, that was supposed to show up yesterday, and we're having trouble with shipping because, you know, it's the holidays, so gotta have grace with those folks. It's gonna come here and then bend, and that should level this pipe out. So basically this clamp will remove and the rubber will take up this entire section. So that should look good, and it should be a better solution. We have our turbo over here, and the cartridge is still loose. What I mean by the cartridge is the main unit. It can slide in either piece. So we got to tighten this clamp up when we get it exactly where we want it. Emily and I were discussing this morning, trying to find Grimes' old pipe to just have a down pipe on this turbo, just to get the noise away from us a little bit so we can hear what's going on in this engine. So I think that's what we're going to do now, is start cutting and hacking and piecing and all that good stuff. All right, got this cut off and kind of cleaned up-ish. It's the right size though.
We're ready to hear this thing make some sounds. Aaron just gave me a refresher on this little knob that I have to turn on the solenoid, the pump solenoid. So,
Yeah, turn it on and be ready to turn it off quick if it sprays oil everywhere.
oh, and where would it spray oil from again? Do
Over
we know
here.
we're missing a bolt right here?
Yeah, that's not tight and it also doesn't have a gasket and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And this is all good, so you're gonna screw that in and then pull your compression release. Cool.
And then out to shut it off?
Yep.
And then compression release. Last time we had a bar on it.
Yeah, I think you can probably do it by hand,
Okay.
but if that fuel hasn't bled down, you know, which that old pump's, it's old, so it might have. If it hasn't, it'll crank up quick.
Well, let me pull the compression release just in case.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's just that easy, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Clear prop. All right, try it again.
We made smoke. Compression release.
Oh, I forgot we were battling the starter.
It's not compression release, right?
No, that's the starter not activating. I've only got one battery on it, so it's probably kind of hard on that starter, but
I'm gonna open this other door so we have more airflow.
all right.
Ooh, he made noise though.
Yeah, it didn't sound awful. I didn't hear anything that
No.
sounded off. So got to tune the starter up real
And
quick.
why did it die on its own?
Oh, I don't know.
Tune the starter up. I just got that.
It was quieter, that's for sure.
And this is a new starter,
Yep.
but it might be voltage.
No, it's not voltage causing this, but. Yeah, I'm gonna get the King Daddy battery charger on it and blast it with 250 amps, just in case it is.
Do
Again?
you want me to pull the compression release this time?
No, I don't think it needs it.
Okay, I'm ready. Ooh,
Ready?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it.
Okay.
We'll get the fuel spinning up there. Take note of the engine itself. It is perfectly smooth when I get it up to RPL. There's no movement. Even that bracket's not flopping around.
Yeah.
could not be smoother. There's nothing we can do to make it run better than that. All right, shut down.
Dang, I was gonna get a detail shot of the valve cover, but it's okay.
I'm gonna fire it back up real quick. I just wanna see how quickly it hits, which I expect it to be pretty fast. It runs so freaking good. Just as smooth as you could ask for it to. For a 70-year-old engine,
it's wild.
It's just incredible. It's got the beans. They definitely juiced this thing up. It's still probably half the horsepower of Optimus Grind. These old Cummins, I never expect them to turn even a full revolution before they start firing, so.
Okay, compression release?
No, I don't think it'll need it.
Okay.
Let's try it. Gotta get you some of that. That's a cool feeling. He's ready to go.
Freaking oil pressure, just beautiful. That is so sick.
Oh, the freaking tachometer is working.
I can't even believe it.
Do it a couple more times. All right, let's shut it off.
Yeah, the tack worked.
Yeah, the tack was in there working. Yeah.
What?
Pretty wild.
That is so sick. What a freaking trip. That thing runs so smooth.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
And now it's like, okay, go get me some axles. I'm ready to, I mean, the transmission should work, right? I mean, I guess we'll see.
The transmission will work. The linkages may be a little bit corroded up, so we may have to take it all apart, lube everything, but yeah, it'll work. If we put tires on it, I'm confident we could go drive it.
Nuts.
I just had a thought. This thing might be building air pressure. We should go look at the gauge. I'm curious.
That if it built right now?
Yeah, it may. Yeah, while it was running, it may have built air pressure. Nope. Oh well. You definitely can't win them all, but as good as it was going, I was like, maybe
on the next episode of Built Air Pressure.
Put this on the trailer and let's go somewhere.
I hope you guys are as elated as we are to hear this thing run so smoothly. It's so satisfying, the fact that we got this thing from totally seized up to then rebuilt, an in-frame overhaul done by our 14-year-old niece and I when his back was out, and then crank it up with the manifold off, blow smoke everywhere. Like, that was amazing. And now getting the manifold on and the turbo bolted up and the injectors all happy, and it runs so good. It's just so cool to bring these relics back to life.
Absolutely. You know, it's just a piece of metal. You don't really want to put your value and stuff into material things. But there's something else that happens, something that just kind of strokes the spirit a little bit when you bring something back from the dead. It's so rewarding.
Absolutely. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who watch our videos, and Permatex and O'Reilly and CRC and Peak and all the brands that we work with. Kicking off this new year, we have such a great group of brands and friends and mentors and people that we just love building this business and this community with, and we could not do it without you guys.
Absolutely.
So we're just so grateful to each and every one of you, and we hope you've had an awesome start to the new year. I know we have, and we have so much to look forward to in 2026. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next episode. Oh, dude.
Yes.